Alright guys, I'm back with part 2 of the PS2 collection. Let's get into this shit. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you guys these games all at once. This is my Guitar Hero collection. Yay! I got Guitar Hero 1, 2, Smash Hits, Aerosmith, and Roxy 80s. Very nice. Alright. Next up, Namco Museum. Obviously you got games like PacMan, Dig Dug, Galaga, Pole Position, but the really cool thing is that the arrangement series, where you have PacMan arrangement, Galaga arrangement, and Dig Dug arrangement, which is a completely awesome remake of the classic games with better music, better graphics, more to do, more, story driven, story mode, or not really story mode, but like a arcade mode from completing one course to the other. Very well detailed. Great game. Definitely check it out. Very fun. Next up, Capcom Classics Volume 2. The reason why I got this game is because I wanted to play the original Street Fighter, not the people like, oh, the first Street Fighter 2. No, the first Street Fighter when Ryu's hair was red, and there was only like 2 characters to choose from. That one. I wanted to play that one. So, I had the urge to play it. And, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and buy it. And, I did have a lot of fun playing it. It's not too hard. The controls are kind of suck. I know that. But, it also comes with Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which that game is fucking bitch. That game is annoying as shit. Even on the easiest difficulties, fucking hard as shit. I'm like, what the fuck? But, it has a lot of great other games, like Capcom Commando, Strider, a bunch of games like that. But I didn't really pay attention to much of those because I really wanted to play the first Street Fighter. That's the main reason why I got it. Next game is PopCap Hit Volume 2. Heavy Weapon and Zuma. Heavy Weapon is a game where you're in a little tank and you're going around shooting a bunch of different airplanes and air carriers. Kind of like a Metal Slug, except, you're a tank and you're shooting airplanes. But definitely a very fun shoot-'em-up game. And Zuma is a very interesting puzzle game. One of my favorites. Similar to Luxor, if you guys seen my favorite puzzle game video that I did for 49er Nation 1. This was one of the games I was talking about. Well, the Egyptian version, which is Luxor. This is like the Aztec version, but they're basically the same thing, same concept. You get all these different colored marbles going from one point to the other. You have to prevent the marbles from going to the other side by getting a certain marble that's coming out of your mouth and shooting it to a line of 3 marbles which are the same color, and that's pretty much the point of the game. And these 2 games are actually very popular computer games. I don't know if you guys have ever seen them on the computers, but they were very fun. To me, they were very addicting, and that game is definitely worth picking up if you can pick it up for a cheap price. And next 2 games are very good games if you wanted to get into Neo Geo gaming, if you wanted to know what Neo Geo games had to offer. I have 2 great games, or compilation games right here. Art of Fighting Anthology and World Heroes Anthology. 2 great fighting franchises for the Neo Geo. Gives you all the games available from the franchise that were available for the Neo Geo. In original arcade glory, or you can also play them in the arranged soundtrack, more CD quality. So, hey, definitely check that out, you guys. And you can actually change the character costume color, so that was definitely really cool. Great games in one. So if you guys ever thought of, maybe I want to collect for the Neo Geo, these are 2 games to definitely get you on the right start. To kind of give you that choice decision, like, do I really want to collect for the Neo Geo, or do I really want to not to? These are great games to check out. Also, Fatal Fury Battle Archives 1 and 2. King of Fighters 11. I really do like the artwork of this game. Definitely a good amount of characters to choose from. The only thing I don't like about this game is that the characters to unlock, for me, they're fucking hard to unlock, the characters in the game. Like, I sure knew it. I couldn't even fucking unlock her. Like, what the fuck? Like, even on the easiest difficulty, that shit's hard as fuck. I don't know. Maybe I just suck at the game. Maybe I just suck at it. I don't even know. But, hey, that's just me, though. Virtua Fighter 4, decent fighting franchise. Not my favorite, but hey, I do like my fighting games, so I definitely had to pick these up. I do prefer this one because it has better music, but I do like this one because obviously 2 new characters. This guy looks like a fucking zombie. But you're actually able to play this in Virtua Fighter 1 mode. I guess the anniversary mode where all the characters look all blocky. So it definitely gives you a little bit of that flashback, and I do really like that aspect. I do mostly play that more than the average mode. So I do really like that as well. Jam Vendetta. When I heard about this game was crazy. You know, a lot of famous rap artists from who were signed by Def Jam Records. A great fighting game. You know, you got a lot of people like, you know, DMX, Ludacris, Method Man, Nor, Redman, Scarface, Dub C. Great game. And then they definitely brought it up definitely a lot more with this one, Def Jam 5 in New York. And this one was more story driven, where you actually were able to create your own person and, you know, fight your way to become the, you know, the top dog, you know. And it included a lot more characters and, you know, more brutal blazing moves, which were the finisher moves. Oh man, those were crazy though. But definitely a very fun fighting game, you know, definitely a classic right over here. But then with Def Jam Icon, they just fucked the shit up. I don't know. Capcom vs. SNK 2, Mark of the Millennium. A great fighting game. You know, 2 famous fighting franchises. King of Fighters, Street Fighter, you know, great franchises like that. I remember playing this game at my local Arizona Charlie's when my mom would go gamble. I would just go to the arcade and put my quarters in this game. Definitely a great fighting game. Great characters to select from. You know, 3-on-3, very, very fun game. Not much said to be on this game. You know, I can't really say much more other than it's a great game. And definitely worth checking out. Street Fighter EX3. You know, when Street Fighter tried to take itself to the 3D world, I didn't really think it did too well. But just the engine was weird. You know, how the characters fought was just kind of like weird as hell. But I mean, I do like this game because obviously it's tag team. You can do like 1 versus 3 handicap matches or tag team mode. Has all the characters from the Street Fighter EX franchise. You can see right there. Not that bad of a game. I mean, I think I got it for free, so hey, can't complain about that. And here's a great game right here. Street Fighter Alpha Anthology, which brings you the arcade versions of Street Fighter Alpha 1, 2, 2 Gold, and Alpha 3, and it actually comes with Super Gem Fighter. Yeah, definitely cool about that. And next 3 games right over here. We got Tekken Tag Tournament, all the characters from Tekken 1 to 3, and a tag team tournament right over here. Great game. You know, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is coming very soon, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. But you know, this is what made it all happen right here. Definitely gotta like that. Tekken 4, you know, not a lot of characters, but you know, definitely really good. And also, this introduced the Tekken Force. Well, it brought back the Tekken Force. Tekken 3 was the first one to have it, but you know, they brought it back in this one, and you know, really good game. I think the storyline in this game got a little more crazy, more dark. But then again, I'm really not a fan of the Tekken story, like the whole family rivalry, hating each other, throwing each other off cliffs and all that. I don't like that shit. Like, I love the fighting games. I love Tekken. I love Tekken as a fighting game, but I hate the story. I hate the story. I mean, you know, you got these family, the Japanese family, hating each other, wanting each other dead. I thought family was supposed to love, look after each other, and honor each other, especially if they're Japanese. What the fuck were you thinking, Namco? What the fuck? Really? But, you know, it's still a good game. I hate the story. I don't really like the story. Oh, I hate you. You're my son. Fuck you, bitch. Like, really? Come on, man. Get your stuff together, Namco. Seriously. Here comes Tekken 5. A great game. A lot of great characters to choose from. This is really cool because it also has Tekken Force mode, but it's more based on Jin Kazama to know more about Jin Kazama, what he came to be, how he got the devil gene inside him, more of his history. And you also got the arcade versions of Tekken 1, 2, and 3 and Starblade. So definitely a lot of dude in this game, definitely a lot of replay value. You know, if you don't want to play the Tekken 5 game, you can play Tekken 1, Tekken 2, Tekken 3, Starblade, or you know, with the Tekken Force game, The Devil Within, you can also play that. So definitely a lot to do in this game, so definitely worth the pickup. Last but not least, my Mortal Kombat collection. If you guys don't know, I'm a really big fan of Mortal Kombat, so I had to have all the games that were available for the PS2 that was Mortal Kombat, which is Deadly Alliance, which was a very good game. I really did like the Conquest mode. You know, that was a really good way to kind of introduce you to some of the characters, their fighting skills, and you know how to perform a lot of great combos with them, to know all their special moves, because there was a lot of new characters in this game, and it was unfortunate that Liu Kang actually died in the story mode, so he wasn't even there. But you had a lot of new characters as well as a lot of classic characters. Mortal Kombat Deception, they definitely stepped it up with this one. You know, a lot of better fatalities. Deadly Alliance didn't have a lot of good fatalities. This one had really good fatalities. Also, environmental fatalities, I think were introduced in this game, and you were also able to play chess combat, puzzle combat, and conquest adventure. The conquest adventure in this one was a lot more bigger, more story driven. You actually played as Shujinko, which was one of the new characters in this game. You get to know his history, how he came to be, because he knows a lot of special moves, you know, that he picked up throughout his time growing up from other fighters, and it shows you in the Conquest mode. The Conquest mode is also a great way to unlock different characters, costumes, stuff like that. You know, the Crypt in this one, you know, it was another way to, you know, unlock characters, renders, promos, and a lot of stuff like that. The one in Deadly Alliance was really good, but the one in the Mortal Kombat Deception wasn't as big, but I mean, it still had something, you know what I mean? And definitely a very, very fun game. Definitely really good though. I do enjoy it. And Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, which brought you more of the inside story between Liu Kang and Kung Lao, how they came to be, you know, you joining them as they're trying to save Earthrealm from the evil Shao Kahn. And you know, they're basically the most powerful Shaolin guys, and you know, they go to Outworld, you know, try to save Earthrealm. And when you beat the character, or when you beat the game, you can play as Scorpion and Sub-Zero, where they have the voices of Liu Kang and Kung Lao. So it's kind of weird. And then you also have a little optional fighting game where you can actually pick some of the characters and battle it out in kind of like a Power Stone themed fighting game, where you know you can actually run around the environment, throw stuff at your characters, and you know, perform fatalities on them. You know, pretty cool though. Definitely a fun game. And last but not least, to finish off this video, Mortal Kombat's Armageddon. So yeah, this is pretty much like the Mortal Kombat Trilogy Part 2. Got all the characters from Mortal Kombat 1 to Mortal Kombat Deception. All of them in a fighting game right here. You were actually able to create your own character. And this also had a, a racing game. You were actually able to race the other Mortal Kombat Kabans. Not all of them, but you know, there was probably like 12 or 14 you were able to choose from. Also a conquest mode, definitely more story driven, and it was also enhanced because you were able to play as different characters, not just one character like in Deception. You can play as different Mortal Kombat characters. So that was definitely really cool. So yeah guys, Mortal Kombat Armageddon, great game. So yeah guys, that was the part 2 of the the PS2 collection. If you guys have any requests of any collections for me to do or review some game or system or whatever you like to say, let me know, so I can go ahead and work on that. So special thanks to Colin Bree for making this video possible. Check her out, you guys. Until then, this is Crazy Gabano. I'm gonna go get my ass to sleep now. I'm tired as fuck, but I hope you guys enjoyed again. God bless and take care.